sponsored by the Mike Morris Law Firm. 855 Mike Wins. Jason Carr Live starts now.
Hey, good morning to you out there on the interwebs, Local 4 Nation, Bacon Nation, 9:15-ish Nation. How are you here on a post-Super Bowl Monday? You know, Heinz salaried employees are sitting at home right now probably watching this because the company was good enough to give them the Monday off. All salaried employees, John.
If only.
Well, then we wouldn't be here doing this. Let's lead with breaking news out of Flint. Mott Community College closed due to active shooter threat. There you see the tweet.
MCC, all locations closed until 1 p.m. today, February 6th, due to an active shooter threat made this morning. Classes at or after 1 p.m. are in session. So I don't believe there was an active shooter actually on campus. There was a threat of one, and so classes will resume at 1 o'clock.
All right, and turn to clickondetroit.com and Local 4 News at noon for the latest on this. As we know more, you'll know more. So, hey, look, we have a special guest.
Where'd I come from? That was cool.
That's what happens sometimes. You go to a graphic and then somebody just sits down right here. What's going on, Mike Morris?
So I lost my voice, so I apologize. My first time on your show, screaming. That game was unbelievable.
I know, all the way up to the bitter end.
I thought it was the best football game I can remember. I didn't care who won.
Okay,
I was
so
not rooting, but we had a big party going on, and then I was in Miami last week, and there was more parties going on. So my voice is. I apologize.
How big of a party?
Oh, it was fun. I'm kidding. It's my family, my mom and I. It was just my mom and I, actually.
What did you think of the commercials?
I thought there were a lot of good ones. I thought there weren't too many great ones, but the great ones were pretty great.
Early on, I thought right out of the gate, Ford with the getting out of a tight spot.
Yes.
I thought that was great. We have a graphic. Do we have the actual commercial? We're going to play a clip from
we have the commercials.
All right, let's take a look at the Ford commercial about getting out of a tight spot.
I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. I wish I could break all the chains holding me. I wish I could say all the things that I should say. Say them loud, say them clear. Well, I wish I could be like a bird in the sky.
There you have it. Ford giving you an assist out of a tight spot here.
I love it. I love the creativity. I like it when people can do something a little bit out of the box. It's just so rare. And Super Bowl is the night to do it.
It is the night to do it, as you well know. We're going to get to Mike's spot, locally produced, here in a moment. It was produced locally.
Yes, yep, sure.
Okay, and we'll find out about the creatives behind that and everything. One more national, and then we'll get to Mike's ad. The Christopher Walken one.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, here, take a listen.
He's such a strange dude.
I don't like it tough.
He captivates you. You have to watch.
He
I've had enough.
captivates
It might sound crazy, but it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye, bye, bye. You have no idea what, yeah.
Is Justin Timberlake wearing an ascot?
And look at the pants. Who shot the sofa?
5 calories.
That was
Okay,
great.
so-
That was great.
Yeah.
That was great. You have to watch him. There's Christopher Walken. What a perfect, you have to watch him.
Now, you know, local ad buys are at a premium for the Super Bowl because there aren't that many avails.
Correct.
Why did you decide to actually do this commercial that we're about to look at here?
Well, there's a couple things. First of all, this is our 4th year in the Super Bowl. We're the only law firm that's ever done it here in Detroit that I know of. I don't even know who else was local on the show last night. I didn't see any other local spots. I'm sure there were, and there's only a few.
Right.
So my creative team, Ross Lerner, who runs the creative team with Cheryl Behrman, Kevin McGlynn, and Trudy Emmelott in my office, they got together and they pitched this idea with Thornetta Davis. Do you know Thornetta?
Of course, she's been on the show.
So we went and saw her at the Jazz Club, Dirty Dog,
Jazz
a couple months ago in Grosse Pointe, and I fell in love with her. And I'd only seen her once live, like 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. So she didn't sing this song, Everything's Gonna Be All Right. You know, I think the name of the official name. So Ross Lerner goes up to her, and I don't know what he said or what he paid her. He says, please play this song. We're here to see you. I want Mike to hear the song. And she got up there and killed it. And then they came to my office the next week and said, we want to do a commercial around that song.
Right.
And it's a 30-second commercial. And I loved it so much, I said, we need more of it. So we turned it into a minute. So it was the only ad that I saw that was a minute long, right at halftime, right before Lady Gaga.
Talk about placement.
Yeah, I was thrilled.
All right, John's back here producing. There you see him peeking out from behind Mike.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Hello.
John, can you go ahead and
let's take a look.
mute our mics, bring up the commercial full, and let's take a
full
look.
blast.
How's it going, honey? Oh, it's going. I believe, y'all. Everything gonna be all right.
I'm Mike Morse, and I believe in this town. If you've been injured, you call me.
All right, so we are trying to ascertain whether or not that played cleanly, because on a closed circuit and in here we had a little bit of a snafu, a hang up in the playback. But talk about when I looked at this, I was like, the production value on this, it certain aspects of it make, you know, the Chrysler commercial with the choir a few years back. I mean, there is that feel to it. Was that what you were going for?
Absolutely. That's what my team came to. We want to make this a little grittier. We want to be all about Detroit. We shot it at Cliff Bell's. We shot it on the.
I recognize the background behind.
We shot it on the streets of Detroit. We brought in a music icon like Thornetta. We wanted this all to be about Detroit. The street scenes are in Detroit. We shoot it here. The producers and the directors and the grips, all Detroiters. And we wanted that feel. And they did say the Eminem ad a few years ago. That's kind of the energy and the sense we wanted. And I think they pulled it off. I mean, I'm thrilled with the results. They did a great job. People are loving it on Facebook.
I was going to say, what's the reaction been on your page?
We've had over, I think, 7,000 views in the last 10, 11 hours. And lots of people are saying it's their favorite commercial of the whole Super Bowl, which makes me feel fabulous.
That's got to feel good, right?
Yeah, and so people are loving it. People are appreciating it. I like to do things different and showcase Detroit. And it's not just about me, and it's not, just I like to do things different and have a little fun with it too.
And if you want to see the spot, you can also go to at Mike Morse Law Firm page.
Correct.
On Facebook.
It's on our Facebook page, to watch and share and like, and yeah, it's awesome.
Give me the genesis. I was thinking about this yesterday when I heard that you were going to be on. I started thinking about your whole campaign, the whole Mike Wins, and the jingle, the song, and all that, and how at some point along in your career you had to make a conscious decision that you were going to up your game, start doing media buys. And the first thing I thought of in terms of a close comparison was one day there was Domino's, Little Caesars, and Papa John's, and then it seemed like literally overnight, Happy's Pizza was like everywhere, on the side of buses, and on billboards, and on the radio, and on TV, and it was all of a sudden, boom, there's this whole chain. There were already lawyers in town that were doing their thing. How did you decide that you were going to do 855?
It's a big question, but so yeah, when I first became a lawyer in '92, there was I think 300 pages. It was all yellow pages back then. Remember, there was no internet. And
I are both old. Remember.
Your viewers, I hope they can. So I had to put a little tiny ad in there, and I tried to generate business. Fast forward to 2011, I was getting all my cases from referral sources, and somebody suggested, it's time. I think you should go out on your own and create an ad. So I shot some commercials. It went okay. First couple years were pretty good, and then I met Ross Lerner, and we started hiring. We used to shoot commercials with 2 people. Now we have a room of 30. So we have professional directors and 5 lighting guys and sound guys to make it more quality.
Sure.
And we're just trying to do more fun things. And then the phone number I was in Mexico, and a bunch of guys, we came up with it, and one of the guys sold phone numbers, and he went on and he bought me 855 Mike Wins. And so you couldn't look back after that. And then your station, WDIV, helped me with the jingle. There's a long story behind that.
The guy that belts out, "Go for the win!"
Yeah. Yeah. So I wouldn't have that if it wasn't for your station.
I have to hear this story sometime.
Otis Connor.
Okay.
Remind me, I'll tell you the story. Went down to Texas, and he came up with that. Came up with a jingle and "Go for the Win," and it fit, and it sounded great, and I've been using it ever since, and we're going to use it forever, I hope. But I owe a lot to your station, and it's great.
When you go out, when I was coming up, there was Ollie Fretter, and there was Richard Golden doing his Sexy Specs dance. I could go literally on and on and on. Are you self-aware of your sort of stature as a guy?
No, not
TV
yet.
Presence,
no.
A TV presence?
People are so nice. When I walk around Detroit, everybody's coming up and saying hi, and we're taking selfies. They love my mom, actually. Everybody's like, "Oh, you're Sue's son," or "Where's your mom?" People think I'm with my mom all the time.
Is she watching right now?
I hope so. Hi, Mom. She's in town. We watched the game together last night. She is the greatest. She loves the attention, as you can imagine, but she takes it all in good humor and good stride.
She's a good ambassador.
Thank you.
We have other commercials to get to. Actually, one more has to be, coincidentally, is automotive. Did you see the Kia ad with Melissa McCarthy?
I did. Great.
Funny stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have that, John?
This whole system's running a little slow. I hope it's going to play correctly. Nope, that's going to be the wrong one.
That would have been the Sean Spicer sketch. Yeah.
Hey, Melissa, the whales need your help.
Did you see
I love whales! Go, Melissa! Let's protect those whales!
Hey, Melissa, now the trees need you. The ice caps are in trouble.
Poor Melissa McCarthy.
She's hilarious. Right. She's so funny.
Hey, Melissa, now the rhinos need saving.
Rhinos!
It's hard to be an eco-warrior, but it's easy to...
So an
great.
effective spot, right? I believe that one won USA Today's ad meter.
I didn't see that.
Get people together and they.
She's great. It's hilarious, and you wouldn't think it was Kia. A Kia.
No.
Like the Honda ad. I love the Honda ad. I don't think we're showing here with
The yearbook.
The yearbook one, where they're moving the technology.
Isn't that amazing?
I loved it. So you're riveted, and then it's a Honda CR-V. I'm like, wow.
How about that?
Yeah. All right.
Okay, Melissa McCarthy had quite the weekend. From the top-scoring ad, according to USA Today, she also had a little fun at the expense of White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer by portraying him on SNL. Take a look.
Yes, that's not good.
Settle down! Before we begin, I know that myself and the press have gotten off to a rocky start. All right.
crazy because I came out here to punch you in the face. And also, I don't talk so good. Now, I'd like to begin today by apologizing on behalf of you to me for how you have treated me these last 2 weeks. And that apology is not accepted. Because I'm not here to be your buddy. I'm here to swallow gum, and I'm here to take nade.
After.
Okay, now let me wave something shiny in front of you monkeys. I'll get back to you.
That's hilarious.
I mean, are we going to see more of her in that role? Maybe from time to time. I haven't heard anything about her recurring, but
It's uncanny.
You should look at this. Look at the split screen. I mean, it's kind of easy to make fun of these guys. I mean, not to get politically here, but it's kind of easy.
And apparently he's already taken to, was it Twitter, to say that SNL had turned mean?
Turned mean.
Mean
Yes.
was the...
Just turned it, huh? Come on.
Yeah, how's that mug working for you, by the way?
You know what? It makes water taste so much more delicious in the Mike Wins mug. Thank you for
Cha-ching.
having this for me here.
By the way, if I hadn't mentioned it yet, thank you for legitimizing us by making this little corner of whatever we're doing here, the future of social integrated with traditional TV news. This is Bleeding Edge. And just like the news wouldn't exist were it not for all the car dealerships and the hospitals and the lawyers like yourself, we wouldn't be able to do stuff like this without sponsorship as well.
So you're welcome. Let me say one thing. You and I gave away some backpacks together at a great little school in Southwest Detroit, and we did a live feed, and we had hundreds of people watching while we were doing it, and then tens of thousands watched it after, and I thought, this is the wave of the future. This is the future. So I'm thrilled to be cutting edge here with you. I think you do a great job, and that's why I said yes to this, but I think this is definitely... This is the future, and they can watch this whenever they want. It's not just on TV. I mean, the traditional TV is great, but this has definitely got its spot.
You can just pull it up on your phone whenever and go from there. Okay. Oh boy, this guy back here.
Yeah.
He's like obsessed with orchids.
Okay.
So we have a new time-lapse video of something that he's growing in his bachelor pad.
Let's see it.
This is a new one?
This one, I went ahead and put a couple together. This was that first one I did. And then I did three more over the weekend. I'm still working on the timing because I got to speed some of these up a little bit. It is moving, right? Yeah, there it goes. I'm not sure if video's skipping on me again.
There it is.
It looks like the video's skipping though.
It's opening.
Right. It's opening slowly but surely. It will get there. How many hours was this? 37?
The longest I've done one now is about 26 hours left to go.
Wow, riveting.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
Rich,
Let's come back.
rich and compelling.
Yeah.
Where's the water skiing squirrel when we need? Oh boy, we'll get back to that. Seinfeld has a set available for pre-order. It's a scale model of the apartment.
Okay.
This computer's moving pretty slow. Sorry. There it is. Take a look at that.
Now, were you a Seinfeld guy?
Oh yeah.
One of the greatest, if not the greatest, sitcom of all time, right?
Agree.
My you have a favorite episode?
I mean, so many are flashing in my head, but the fun thing is that I now have kids that are watching it, and they're watching Seinfeld and they're watching Friends, and that's kind of fun to rewatch them 20 years later. And
I can't believe they're 20 years old. It blows my mind.
Yeah, I have an 8-year-old who loves them, and it's probably not, some of it's not all that appropriate for her to watch, but my teenagers love it, and I loved them all. I mean, the greatest. What was your favorite episode?
Oh God!
I mean,
probably the title isn't the bet or the wager, but it's the one
the
where
masturbation
yeah,
episode. Are we allowed to say that on Facebook?
There's
well,
no
there's no FCC, so that just happened.
Masturbation. I think that one.
Master of the domain.
I'm never going to be invited back. That was when I was coming in my head, and when you said the title, we like the same one. The Soup Nazi is phenomenal. I mean,
no soup for you. We go on and on.
There's so many lines that you use in your daily life, right? That just come up from that show. You know.
Junior Mints. Weather tweets. It can be a little bit difficult to get people excited about the weather. Paul Gross tries because he's He's into that. The science of it all. But the Straits Times in Singapore, their weather feed on Twitter is marked by puns and jokes. And it says, weather update, thundery showers over many areas in the afternoon. What often falls but never gets hurt, rain. Have a great day.
It's not a very good joke, but it's okay. This one's thundery showers mainly over North and East Singapore in late afternoon. It'll be raining cats and dogs. Don't step in a poodle.
Who cares what the weather's like in Singapore anyway? Oh, they'll do this anywhere? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, this is just, I mean, the Singapore, Straits Times. And so as opposed to just being bone dry about their weather forecasting, they just go ahead and do this.
Yeah.
Did you see the lion attack the car, by the way?
No.
This is in India, TV9. Banagata National Park, Bangalore.
We're going to try. This video's giving me trouble today.
An actual lion attacks this car. This is why you keep the windows up.
Well, yeah.
And really, I don't think I would go into a park like this unless I had something like a Range Rover or an Expedition.
I think I've done one of these like in Disney or something.
Watch from the right, screen right, I believe it is.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no, there it is.
The big male.
I wonder if that's the ghost or the darkness. There he goes.
Oh. Okay.
Here's what I don't get. Why isn't the guy behind the wheel, like, just
flooring
it and getting the you-know-what out of there?
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
There you have it.
All right. So, one more time?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take another look, and hopefully I
We're going to
won't
look at
run
your
into
spot
any
again.
Oh, great.
issues.
Keeping you in suspense.
That's the Ford one.
And again, people can see your spot on your Facebook page.
Right, Mike Morse Law Firm Facebook page. All these people in the spot are actual clients, so thank you to all of them for helping make the spot great. They're all my clients want to be on the commercials. It's shocking to me, but they all ask me if they can be on them, and we picked some of the better ones here.
Oh, the video at the very beginning of the car accident.
Yeah.
What is that from?
That that could be an actual case that I've represented. I don't know exactly, but we have the rights to it, and in a lot of accidents these days we get video of our clients' accidents because there's so many cameras around. So we have lots of that footage. It's scary. That's a scary one, but it definitely grabs your attention.
Got it?
All right, I think so.
How's it going, honey?
Oh, it's going.
I believe y'all. Everything gonna be alright.
So when you're walking down the street there, and do you have any direction?
Oh, yeah.
What's your motivation?
My motivation is to not get hit by a car crossing the street. It was shot on a cold day when did we shoot it? January, I think. My motivation was just to keep going, and it was so much fun. I just love shooting in Detroit. They were so nice at Cliff Bell's, Thornetta Davis. Go check out her stuff, check out her website, buy her song. That song, it's in my head. Everybody keeps saying how much they love her, so I hope that she gets a bump out of this too, because she's such a great lady and such a great ambassador to our music scene here, as you know, because you've had her here. So,
do you want to hang out and join us here at the top of the hour?
Sure.
Do a little something called Live in the D.
Oh, I've heard of that show. I'd love to. Thank you. Can I take my mug with me?
Yes.
Do I get to take my mug? You got to refill it.
To your health.
Cheers. Thank you. To your health.
All right, that's going to do it for today. We will see you at the top of the hour on Local 4 on the TV today with Chuck and Tati and me and Mike Morse.
Awesome.
Stay classy, Detroit. Jason Carr Live was sponsored by the Mike Morris Law Firm, 855 Mike Wins.